Recently, there's been a lot of exposure. It's like things that have been hidden for many years are suddenly coming out into the open. From evil political agendas being unfoiled to great church leaders falling and then finding out all the things that were happening behind the scene. Why is this happening? Why is it as if everything is crumbling and the things that we thought were not? Well, the Holy Spirit is the one behind it. You see, the book of John, chapter 16 and verse 13 tells us that the Holy Spirit is the one that will guide us in all truth. You see, he is the Spirit of truth and of revelation. When you look at the book of Acts, chapter 2 and 17, it tells us that in the last days, the Holy Spirit, he will pour himself out upon all flesh. And it goes on to speak about men dreaming dreams and having visions, and that he would pour himself out on sons and daughters and they would prophesy. And this actually goes even further back from the book of Acts. It goes back to the prophet Joel. And you will find that when you look at this, you realize that the Holy Spirit will pour himself out on all flesh, men and women, that the gifts of the Spirit, the things of the Spirit belong to all people and all ages. It's not just the young people who will receive the Holy Spirit and the gifts of the Holy Spirit. It's even the older people. But beyond that, beyond all the great gifts of the Holy Spirit that will be poured out on mankind, it goes to show us that all of this expose is from the Holy Spirit. It is because we are in fact in the last days. This is the last days prophecy. Some Bible scholars believe that it relates to the second coming. Some believe that it relates to the rapture. And many do believe it's a general prophecy and statement that will become true in the last days in general. And that is what's happening right now. It is the Holy Spirit revealing all things and removing all the muck. He's removing all the mire because the Lord intends to have revival. His heart is for people to be drawn to him. His heart is for all flesh to come back to him. He is our maker and he loves us. That's why he sent Jesus, to provide reconciliation so that we can come back to him, that we won't have to be separated because of sin, that we won't have to go to hell, that we can spend eternity with him. And that is how we know for sure we are in the last days. The Spirit of the Lord is revealing all things and he is reaching out and drawing all men to the Lord. So receive Jesus into your hearts today.